As I've studied the phenomenon of professional burnout, I've learned that leaders can play a huge role in preventing burnout for themselves, for their team members, and even their entire organizations. One of my favorite books on this subject is called Trauma Stewardship by Laura Lipsky and Connie Berg, and there's a great metaphor in it that talks about systemic change as a ripple effect. Whatever change we want to see must first be practiced and mastered within ourselves, and then taught to our immediate circle of influence, and then finally shared with people in charge of our systems and organizations with the support of our allies in that smaller circle of influence. I'll use compassion as an example. If we want our organizations to be more compassionate, we must first start by practicing self-compassion. That means maintaining regular self-care practices, respecting your limits as a human being, and practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and spiritual practices that help you feel balanced and healthy. Only then will you have the emotional energy to authentically practice compassion with your support people and your coworkers in a sustainable way. And once you're doing that, my guess is people will notice there's something different about you. And leaders might offer you more responsibility or call upon you for suggestions on how to implement your departmental changes organization-wide. And if they don't, or if they're not receptive to your gentle nudging in that direction, it's possible you're in the wrong organization. If you work in a place that insists on overworking its people, limiting their autonomy, and treating them as productivity robots instead of human beings, I promise you that organization is not as strong or effective as it could be. If you do your best to improve your circle of influence and your organization is still burning you out, love yourself enough to change direction. I want to share a meditation with you that's informed by a traditional Buddhist poem intended to enhance a person's sense of compassion for themselves and for others. We'll start by setting a metronome for 60 beats per minute and tapping a frame drum softly along with the beat. If you don't have a drum, tap the beat on your legs with both hands like this. Now make sure your back is straight and supported in your seat, and plant your feet firmly on the floor as you start the beat. Now we're going to inhale deeply for 8 beats and exhale for 8 beats. Ready? Breathe. And out. This time, allow your shoulders and back muscles to relax whenever you exhale. Relax those shoulders. Now I'll chant a line as you inhale, and I want you to repeat it as you exhale. Get ready to listen and then repeat. May I be free of suffering and the roots of suffering. May you be free of suffering and the roots of suffering. May we be free of suffering and the roots of suffering. May you find peace and the roots of peace. May you find peace and the roots of peace. May we find peace and the roots of peace. I find joy and the roots of joy. May you find joy and the roots of joy. May we find joy and the roots of joy. May I find wellness and the roots of wellness. May you find wellness and the roots of wellness. May we find wellness and the roots of wellness. May I be free. May you be free. May we be free. May we be free. One more breath. While these words are fresh in your mind, I encourage you to take your journal or a piece of paper and write down if there were any words or aspects of that meditation that were especially meaningful to you. Write how this meditation was helpful for your own mindset and how it could inspire you to have healthier attitudes with other people in your personal life and at work. How could you have a healthier attitude even with coworkers you may find a little irritating? Write how your entire department or organization would feel different if all of you were content, peaceful, joyful, well, and free. What can you do to bring that vision just a little closer to reality this week? Thank you so much for thinking about these things with me, and best of luck as you start to truly practice compassion with yourself and those around you. Have a great day.